not counted. So it's as though you haven't divorced her. Because giving talaq in haiz is najaiz. You have done something najaiz, so it will not be counted and the talaq will not take place. Moving on. Imam Bukhari rahmatullah his view is that beard is sunnat up to one fist. So Imam Bukhari rahmatullah mentions the athar of Ibn Umar over there. كان يأخذ من لحيته من طولها وعرضها ما زاد على الخبزة. That if he went to more than one fist, then he would take it. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself would take it. So he would say that it's not sunnat to keep a very, very long beard. Sunnat is up to one fist or just over one fist. So alhamdulillah, this is one fist, this is okay. So when this grows more, and when I go for Hajj, alhamdulillah, I take it and bring it back to its normal size. So Imam Bukhari's view here is that the sunnah length of beard is just over one fist. And this is better, and this is how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's beard was. He used to take it from the sides and from the length. From the sides like this, like over here, and then from over here, and then from over here, and then from over here. So the beard would become round. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's beard was full and dense. So the masnoon length of the beard is up to one fist. And increasing it down and keeping it very long is not the sunnah. This is the opinion of Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi. He has mentioned this on page 875, Jil 2. But the Salafis of today say, no, you have to leave your beard and let it go as down as it goes, never touch it and keep it really, really big. This is their view. Number 14, Imam Bukhari rahmatullah's view is that musafaha is sunnat with two hands. He has mentioned this in Babul Akhzi bil Yadayn. وصافح حماد بن زيد ابن المبارك بيديه. That Hamad ibn Zayd did musafaha with Ibn al-Mubarak with two hands. So Imam Bukhari's view is that it is sunnah to do musafaha with two hands. But the Salafis of today, they insist on doing musafaha with one hand only. So that should not be the case. You are going against Imam Bukhari over here. So don't insist, don't do israr upon anything. Shaykh Yunus says it is sunnah to do with two hands. However, if you have some problem, your hand is hurting and you do with one hand, that is also allowed. He said you mustn't do israr on two as well. Sometimes two, sometimes one, both is allowed. Sometimes Shaykh Yunus gives only one hand. Normal conditions, two hands, especially with your elders and with your parents, with your teachers, with the ulama, respect them, do musafaha with two hands. This is what is mentioned over here, Imam Bukhari rahmatullah's opinion. Hazrat Mufti Mahmood Sahib rahmatullahi once was on a journey. He went to a masjid and performed salah. It turned out that there were some non-muqallids masjid and the imam was non-muqallid. So when he saw that there are some Hanfis here, he stood up and in order to tease them, he started doing musafa with everyone, putting his one hand behind. So when he came to Mufti Mahmood Sahib and he went on, he did like this. Mufti Mahmood Sahib did musafa with both hands and then he looked behind. Someone asked Mufti Sahib, what are you looking? Mufti Sahib said, मैं ये देख रहा हूँ दूसरा हाथ किस खिदमत में मशगूल है. So you should not insist on musafa with one hand. Sunnat Imam Bukhari is saying with two hands. He has mentioned this on page 926, volume 2. And other masail, the whole book is full with these masail in which the ghair muqallids and the Salafis contradict with Hazrat Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi. So keep that in mind and don't say that we want hadith from Bukhari, because many times the hadith of Bukhari is there and you are still not following Bukhari. So where are you going to end up? First we give you hadith, you say we want from Bukhari, we give you from Bukhari, still you are not following. So you will have to be very careful. The safety and security is in following a mazhab. Following a mazhab, either Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali. If you find ulamas, Shaykh Yunus, my ustad says, I am a Hanafi. I am not a Jamid Hanafi, I am a Sayyal Hanafi. And then he says, I stay in an environment in which there are Ahnaf. So I follow their mazhab. Because if I were to go against them, then people would scratch their heads, what's going on? He says that if I was to stay in Indonesia and Malaysia, where there are all Shawafi', then I would follow the Shafi mazhab. I wouldn't want to go against them. If I was staying in the African countries, Morocco or the African countries where there are Malikis, I would follow the fiqh of Imam Maliki. Why go against them? If I was staying in an area where there is Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and I was residing there, people following the mazhab of Ahmad, I would follow that mazhab. I am here, so I am going according to the mazhab of Ahnaf, because everybody is Hanafi, so it's better to hold on to the Hanafi mazhab. Many masails, his view might be different, but still, Shaykh, he sticks to the Hanafi mazhab. Some people say Shaykh is very lenient, and Shaykh, he goes out of taqleed and he follows other mazahib and this and that. That's not true. Shaykh is very strict with regards to himself. I remember once I was sitting with him in Haram Sharif in front of Ka'batullah. And after Asr time, it was Ramadan, Asr had just finished, we started reading the Quran. I was reading, he was reading, and suddenly, birds, poo, fell on his sleeve. And he was reading and said, oh, what is this? Acha, ye to uski parinde ki beat gir gayi. So then Shaykh said that although according to Hanafi mazhab, you don't need to wash it, if you just scrub it, it's okay, it's still part and you can pray namaz with it. But according to the Shafi'i and Maliki Hanbali maslak, you have to wash it. I am Hanafi, but I have to wash it. Because Imam Shafi'i's view is that you should clean it. So he said, I'll go behind the back and wash it. Said, no, Hazrat, I will come with you. So we put the Quran. Shaykh went and said, no, you sit. I said, no, Hazrat, I will come with you. So I went with him. Now when we went there, because it was Ramadan time, there was the coolers, but there were no glasses, because they only put glass at Maghrib time. So I saw this Indonesian with a mashak water carrier. So I looked at him and I said, he said, what do you want? So I didn't let him speak. I took the lid out and I took it quickly and I filled it with water and I poured it over Shaykh, and he rubbed it and he washed it properly. And then I cleaned the water, the lid, and put it back on that person. Shaykh came back and sat in his place and started reading the Quran. So this is how they are punctual. They are careful about other mazahib as well. Other mazahib, that even though in mazhab Hanafi is okay, but other mazahib, I have to take care about them as well. This is how we were taught as well. We lead the salah. According to the Hanafi mazhab, reading Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before Surah Fatiha is not necessary. So when I get up in the second rakat, if I don't pray Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, I'm okay. I just start with Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. But I am conscious that behind me there are many shawafi' who are in iqtida, like our Isabai. Now, according to the Shafi'i maslak, Bismillah is necessary. It's part of Surah Fatiha. So keeping him in mind, I read Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that his salah is correct. We are taught that if you are an imam, you should be extra careful. Even though, according to the Hanafi mazhab, touching the wife does not break wudu. But according to the Shafi'i mazhab, it breaks wudu. So if you are an imam and you are coming to the masjid, you touched your wife or you touched a woman, then you should keep in mind that behind me are some shawafis. Let me repeat my wuzu. Make your wuzu again, so their salah is correct as well. So you take all mazahib into consideration and pray your salah according to all mazahib. So your action, your ibadat is correct according to all mazahib. This is the instruction given to us by our asatiza and our teachers. And this is why we say in universities as well, those who are the leaders of the unions, they should keep everybody in mind. Don't pray your salah before zawal, pray it after zawal. Your salah will be correct and others' salah will be correct as well. Don't wipe on cotton socks. You think your salah is going to be okay, but how about those Hanafis praying behind you? Their salah won't be valid. So think of them, take your socks off, wash your feet. No harm in there. So you should think of everyone who is behind you and take everyone together. This is the unity which is recommended in our Shariah, in our deen. Anyhow, this is the continuation of little bit of the subject we touched yesterday. And moving on, I have some questions over here and we will go over them inshallah. Someone asked me this question, Maulana Sahab, can you explain the Sunnah libas to us? What is the Sunnah libas? I said, why you ask this question? Say, well, we see some people, some young boys in university with their lower cut jeans and Calvin Klein being, visible from behind. In ruku, in sajda, and in that style they come in the university. So how, it's if such a person is praying salah in front of you and you are behind him, you will feel really karahiyat in your salah. You will dislike that condition, that state. How can you pray behind such a person? So can you explain to us the sunnah libas in the eyes of Sharia.